beautiful friends. Today we're talking about what to do when you're stuck in financial scarcity and how to get out of it. So this is a big topic. We've all experienced scarcity, and we do in many different ways throughout our life. But finances and money can be a massive one that we have to deal with. And a lot of the time we don't. We just go through the motions of experiencing the scarcity, which is really just really heightened stress. And we put ourselves through this like whirlwind and roller coaster of emotions and feeling like helpless and feeling just completely lost and hopeless and like nothing's ever going to get better. And that's a really awful place to be. And I know how you feel. I've been there many times myself, and I still experience that in different areas of my life. Thankfully, not so much with money anymore. I might have little moments, but I know how to clear those up now. It's a lot easier. But there was a time when it wasn't easy at all. It was derailing. I remember there was a time where I went to the dentist and the bill he gave me was $4,000. And at the time I was a student, I was studying and I had no money. I had no way to pay for that. And it honestly felt like it was $1 million. It may as well have been. And I was so distraught by it. I was quite dramatic as well. I remember just driving home, but running to my room and just jumping in bed and hiding under the covers and crying because it just felt so overwhelming. I felt so helpless that I had to get this thing done. I had to get my teeth fixed, and because dental is very important, but I didn't have the money for it. And I know how those feelings feel and how much it can affect you and how painful it can be. But today, I want to help you shift through that. So, how do you shift through it? The first thing I want you to understand is that you're not bad. You're not wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not undeserving. You're not unworthy. You're not good enough because you're in financial scarcity right now. It doesn't mean anything about you and your worth, right? I want you to separate the two. Separate money and finances from who you are as a person. You are a beautiful, wonderful, amazing soul. You are here to help a lot of people. You have so much to give. You have such a beautiful heart. There is nothing that you need to do or be or have to be worthy. You are worthy now. Right, once you've separated yourself from that, I want you to start to think and tap into the concept that a job, your business, your course, your services, your career, your partner is not your source for where your money, where your financial overflow comes from. It's not your source. Your source is the universe. Your source is God. Your source is the field. If you understand a teeny tiny bit of science, we all do, you'll know that there are frequency waves all around us, right? We're made up of energy. Everything is energy. We're all atoms. You get that, right? And what is around us is what's called the 0-point field. You might have heard it called the void or the electromagnetic frequency that is around us. But what it is this is the place where creation comes from, right? This is the place where you get downloads from. This is where inspiration comes from, where an idea you didn't have before suddenly enters your mind. That is from the field. This is what your source is. And when you understand that there is unlimited supply that comes from the field, the source, the universe, there is no lack. There's no lack. You can tap into this field anytime you like. The first thing I want you to do, you may not like it, you may think it's wrong, but I want you to feel it, right? To allow yourself to feel it, and I want you to hold yourself through it, right? You're not abandoning yourself, you're not making yourself wrong. You are holding yourself through the experience of this scarcity, and I want you to just let it out. Now, I know a lot of people in the manifestation industry will tell you, you need to get high vibe, you need to be happy, you need to do X, Y, Z in order to get away from the scarcity feelings. But what you resist persists. I know that, you know that. And also, it is a form of bypassing. It is a form of avoiding if you are trying to get away from these feelings. There's nothing wrong with scarcity and feeling it. It is a coping mechanism. It is a helpful mechanism for certain situations where you would need it. But it's not bad. It's not wrong to feel this way. It's better to heal something and make peace with it than run away from it and avoid it for the rest of your life, right? Because when you make peace with something, when you accept something as it is, what happens? It dissolves. The power it has over you isn't as strong anymore. And that's the place I would rather you get to when it comes to these feelings coming up, rather than being afraid of them, rather than having a full meltdown whenever they come up. Believe me, I know, I've been there many times before. And it's so much better on the other side when you recognize your scarcity, when you welcome it, when you hold it, when you're there with it, and you let it pass through, nurturing it, than it is to completely abandon that part of yourself, because what you resist persists. It's always going to come and find you, and you're always going to be running from it. It's better just to make peace with it so that you can move onwards and upwards. And I'm sure you have heard the concept, everyone is you pushed out, everyone is a reflection of you, everything is a projection of you. Well, another way I want you to understand it is that everything is you in a different form, right? So money is you in a different form. The scarcity is you in a different form. If we are all made up of the same stuff, then it's just us in a different form. And when you can kind of look at it like that and realize, oh, it's just me. It's not that scary. It's not that frightening. We can actually do something about that. We can fully embrace it and love it and hold it as it is. And then finally, what I want you to do is start to feel the feelings of financial abundance. But it's not just feel it to avoid the feelings. It's important to process the feelings of scarcity that come through, but you also want to plant a new feeling after you've let it clear, right? You want to start training yourself to think differently, that even though you go through scarcity, even though you have these very human, very real experiences in real time, you still get to receive money, abundance, love, joy, all of it. You get to have it regardless of your mood, regardless of what you're experiencing in your emotional inner world at that moment. You still get to receive. So you come out of that and you feel the feelings of financial abundance. I would prefer you not to pick a specific number. I just want you to feel into unlimited financial supply. However that looks, close your eyes and continue to feel it and imagine that there was more money, more than you knew what to do with. So much you couldn't even spend it all if you tried. And that it just kept on coming and coming and coming and coming and it never stopped. I want you to tap into those feelings and hold those feelings in your body and in your heart for as long as possible. And then preferably do it every day. Because what happens is when you feel into these feelings, right? When you switch the story, when you flip the script, but you've also embraced these parts of you that needed healing. When you do that, what you notice is you start to receive ideas from the field, from the universe. You start to receive guidance. You start to be led towards things that you didn't think of, that were really obvious or quite unusual, that you would never have thought of in the process. And you find you're actually being led to the steps or to the place or to the people or to the work, to the money, to the job, to the business, to the course idea, to whatever it is that will bring you into that reality of financial abundance. And the beautiful thing is you didn't get there by running away from your own emotions, from running away from your own feelings. You got there by bringing the fragments together to make a whole, by healing what was broken. So my love. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you. I would love to know what your experience is when you go through this process of healing and accepting yourself and accepting how you feel and moving into the feelings of financial abundance. Please let me know in the comments below and I will see you in the next video.